Welcome to the Tie-Dyed Therapist. I'm your host, Richard Killian. In today's episode, we're going to feature one of the cards from my wisdom card deck. This one is called Acts of Kindness. And the reason I chose this one as the very first card to feature was because I figured this was a great subject to start the new year off with. What exactly are acts of kindness? And how are they used in a mental health standpoint? Well, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I talk about acts of kindness with people who are struggling a lot with depression and or anxiety, but mostly depression. And what an act of kindness is when you decide to do an act for somebody else other than yourself. So in other words, you decide that you're going to show some gratitude by writing somebody a card, telling them how much you appreciate what they've done for you, or you buy them flowers, or you make a batch of cookies and you share it with a friend, or you make a contribution to a charity. You do something that makes you get out of yourself and your own misery. Now, when I talk to people about acts of kindness, I always tell them that an act of kindness is not the cure for depression, but rather it's a stepping stone. And for people to get well from things like depression and anxiety, they need stepping stones in order to break out of their mold, break out of their patterns. So when people are depressed and they start doing these little acts of kindness, they do get some temporary relief, if only for an hour. And if you start adding those things up, speaking of an act of kindness, this is my therapy cat, Jeebus. But anyway, getting back to the subject. When you do these acts of kindness, you are not only benefiting yourself as the giver, but you're also benefiting the receiver. And that's what it's really all about. We have to learn that whatever misery we have, whatever unhappiness we have, we're also part of a greater world. We're part of a larger community, and we have to share our gifts, our talents, and especially our gratitude. So that's what I would leave you with today, is practice an act of kindness, whether you suffer from depression or not, because it will definitely benefit you and it'll make somebody else's day. Thanks again. Bye-bye.